Further worked examples on completing squares. We get to look at this. 2x squared plus 8x minus 6 is equal to 0. Now, before we've been dealing with quadratic equations whose coefficient of x squared was 1. But now here it is 2. Now, we have to first make sure that the coefficient of x squared is 1. So it means we are going to divide through by 2 throughout. So that these 2 and that 2 cancel and you remain with x squared plus 8 over 2 is 4, which is 4x, minus 6 divided by 2, which is 3, is going to give us 0. Now, after making sure that our quadratic equation has its coefficient of x squared as 1, then we can go ahead and complete squares. So, like we've been doing before, it's going to become x squared plus 4x is going to give us 3. So we look at the coefficient of x divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, so it's going to become x plus 2, because this is positive 4. Positive 4 divided by 2 is positive 2, so it's x plus 2, and this becomes a perfect square. Is going to become 3. Then we're supposed to add plus this with this number squared, 2 squared. The answer we've got here, squared. So this is plus 4. So this is going to become x plus 2 squared, giving us 4 plus 3, which is 7. When you find the square root on both sides, this goes with that. This is plus or minus. So you remain with x plus 2 being equal to plus or minus the square root of 7. So our value of x is either negative 2 plus the root of 7, or it is negative 2 minus the root of 7. These are our two values of x. We do one more example. We are going to employ the same technique. The coefficient of x squared there is not 1, it is 3. We have to first make sure that this coefficient of x squared is 1. So what do? We divide through by that coefficient, which is 3, throughout the entire equation. So that when we cancel this 3 and that 3, we remain with x squared here alone. So x squared minus 15 divided by 3 is 5. So it's minus 5x. Then minus 2/3 is still going to be equal to 0. So we shall shift this, take it that side. So this is going to become x squared minus 5x is going to give us 2/3. So once it's giving us 2/3, then we shall look at the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x here is negative 5. So what is negative 5 divided by 2? We will get an answer or a decimal number. So it will leave it as negative 5 over 2. So this is going to become x minus negative 5 divided by 2. This whole thing is squared. Is going to be equal to 2 over 3 plus this squared, the number we have, this term squared. So it's going to be negative 5 over 2 squared, giving us 25 over 4. And definitely our answer here is going to become x minus 5 over 2 squared is going to be giving us 83 over 12. So when we find the square root on both sides, we realize that this is going to cancel with that. Here we have plus or minus. So we have x minus 5 over 2 giving us plus or minus the square root of 83 over 12. And so the answer here, the value of x will be, of course, when this 5 over 2 crosses to that side, we have 5 over 2 plus the square root of 83 over 12, or we have 5 over 2 minus the square root of 83 over 12. These are our two values of x. And up next is more of this. I urge you to stay tuned in. For more videos, please remember to subscribe. This is Arnold Rangakuremia on behalf of Kisembo Academy.